Smokey Smith's Victoria Cross citation reads, "The King has graciously been pleased to approve the award of the Victoria Cross to number K52880, Private Ernest Alvia Smith, the Seaforth Highlanders of Canada." In Italy, on the night of 21st, 22nd October 1944, a Canadian infantry brigade was ordered to establish a bridgehead across the Savio River. The Seaforth Highlanders of Canada were selected as the spearhead of the attack, in a weather most unfavorable to the operation. They crossed the river and captured their objectives in spite of strong opposition from the enemy. Torrential rain had caused the Savio River to rise 6 feet in 5 hours, and as the soft vertical banks made it impossible to bridge the river, no tanks or anti-tank guns could be taken across the raging stream to the support of the rifle companies. As the right forward company was consolidating its objective, it was suddenly counterattacked by a troop of 3 Mark V Panther tanks, supported by 2 self-propelled guns and about 30 infantry, and the situation appeared almost hopeless. Under heavy fire from the approaching enemy tanks, Private Smith, showing great initiative and inspiring leadership, led his PIAT group of 2 men across an open field to a position from which the PIAT could best be employed. Leaving 1 man on the weapon, Private Smith crossed the road with a companion and obtained another PIAT. Almost immediately, an enemy tank came down the road firing its machine guns along the line of the ditches. Private Smith's comrade was wounded. At a range of 30 feet, and having to expose himself to the full view of the enemy, Private Smith fired the PIAT and hit the tank, putting it out of action. 10 German infantry immediately jumped off the back of the tank and charged him with Schmeissers and grenades. Without hesitation, Private Smith moved out onto the road and with his Tommy gun at point-blank range, killed 4 Germans and drove the remainder back. So immediately another tank opened fire and more enemy infantry closed in on Smith's position. Obtaining some abandoned Tommy gun magazines from a ditch, he steadfastly held his position, protecting his comrade and fighting the enemy with his Tommy gun until they gave up and withdrew in disorder. 1 tank and both self-propelled guns had been destroyed by this time, and yet another tank swept the area with fire from a longer range. Private Smith, still showing utter contempt for enemy fire, helped his wounded friend to cover and obtained medical aid for him behind a nearby building. He then returned to his position beside the road to await the possibility of a further enemy attack. No further immediate attack developed, and as a result the battalion was able to consolidate the bridgehead position, so vital to the success of the whole operation, which led to the eventual capture of San Giorgio di Cesena and a further advance to the Ronco River. Thus, by dogged determination, outstanding devotion to duty, and superb gallantry of this private soldier, his comrades were so inspired that the bridgehead was held firm against all enemy attacks, pending the arrival of tanks and anti-tank guns some hours later.